أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا اللهم ارحمنا اللهم ارحمنا أجلينا اللهم ارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. Okay. So I will read one sentence until this gentleman helps us to use the. Okay.
I didn't touch anything. I was in another room and they called me in to help them with this.
So, sure.
That's the teachers, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I can help. Just. Sorry. Thank you. So, since it won't be shown on the screen, so I will read not one sentence, maybe a small paragraph. Do you know the helmsman? Do you know the word helmsman? Working on a ship? Yeah, the one who really takes care of the steering of the wheel. Yeah. So, through the helmsman of a large ship, abandoning his duty. It is difficult to follow what. So there's a ship traveling in the sea, and the helmsman is not really taking care of the steering wheel. Just think there. His duty is to take care of it. Clear? The ship may sink, and the labor of all those employed on it go for nothing. Right? All those instances of distraction will result from a single instance of non-existence. That's important. A single instance of non-existence. What is non-existence here? Somebody communicate. What is non-existence? What does non-existence signify in this example? The helmsman was supposed to steer the wheel so that the ship is not going to hit any rock or island. But he didn't do that. He just sat there. And ship hit something and sunk. Now, this is non-existence, means not doing what you are expected to do. Similarly, since disbelief and rebellion are non-existence and destructive, the power of choice may provoke them through a theoretical matter and cause awesome consequences. That's the end of the paragraph. We understood? What did we understand? So, since disbelief is non-existence and destructive. Why? Why do you think disbelief is non-existence and destructive? Think non-existence and what is this? What is disbelief? Okay.
You mean disbelief in that there is a creator?
Yeah.
as non-existence in that sense, in that you do not believe in the existence of the creator, and hence you do not believe in that there is meaning in the creation.
Yeah.
And hence the universe is just like many people say, destruction. It aims at destruction, and
No.
there is no greater good
No purpose in its
or
creation.
cause or-
Yeah, when you say the universe has no purpose in its creation, and just not take the universe for what it has been created, and be in this indifferent, do nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just using the universe as it is. It means I am an helmsman, not doing what am I expected to do. It means I am in the steering wheel of the universe and using it to the purpose it has been created, but I don't use it. I say nothing. I don't acknowledge the purpose of the creation and then acknowledge the creator's purpose in the universe. What happens as a result? I neglect my duty. So this is equal to almost not using my free will at all, as far as the purpose of the creation is concerned. So what I do, as far as I am concerned, I let the universe sink into meaninglessness. As far as I'm concerned, I put all what exists into meaninglessness. Right? So this is an awesome consequence, although I did nothing.
I don't see how the two examples, how this example fits the scenario you're describing. I mean, the universe, whether or not you recognize it has meaning, whether or not you recognize it has a creator, it still has meaning, even if to you it doesn't have meaning, but it still.
As far as you are concerned.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, but I mean, in the example you're giving, if I'm a helmsman, and if I don't steer the ship, then it will have consequence.
Yes, it will come.
All the people that are riding with me in the ship that I'm
understood. As far as I am concerned, when I don't really accept or act according to the purpose of the creation, the universe is sunk.
In my own eyes.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, universe is sunk, universe is meaningless. Somebody can take care of chairs, please, for the newcomers. Yeah. Inshallah, next time. There are some extra ones. So, as far as I'm concerned, universe is sunk because I didn't use it as evidence pointing to its creator. What I did, if you look at me, because the belief and unbelief seems to be so simple matter, but it's not that simple. If I don't confirm the purpose of the creation in the creation of this universe, I do nothing. As a consequence, I throw the universe into this ocean of meaninglessness, purposelessness. So as far as I am concerned, this simple action, or even not simple action, non-action, doing nothing, causes a great consequence. So that's why we have to be aware that if I say, I said nothing, I did nothing, so why am I going to be punished eternally? Right? So let's move to the second one. I will read from here. Although, thank you. Magical things you are doing.
I wish I did.
Thank you. That is 35. Let's go here, slideshow, and okay. You can read now. Somebody, this much better. My stress and connotation in my language is not clear. Somebody? Yeah, please.
Although disbelief is only one evil, it insults the whole
Slow.
universe.
Slowly. You have to understand.
Although-
I have to understand. Yeah.
Although disbelief is only one evil, it insults the whole universe, accusing it of being worthless and futile, and denies all beings which display proofs of divine unity, and is contemptuous towards all the manifestations of the divine names. It is therefore pure wisdom that Almighty God utters severe complaints about the unbelievers, threatening them awesomely in the name of the universe and all beings and the divine names.
What did you understand from here? I think somehow it's self-explanatory. Do we understand? Why do you think that it's a huge, if you like, crime when I don't believe, when I don't confirm that what the universe is displaying in front of me and I neglect it? Do we know that every person is individually responsible for the whole universe? Are we aware of it? I'm not responsible only one part of the universe. The other part is taken care of by Tarek. The other part, another part is taken care of by Ihab. No. I am responsible to respond to the message I receive from the universe altogether. If I don't acknowledge it, it means I destroy the whole universe in my own world. But the universe includes in it what? What does it include? In the name of the pure wisdom that Almighty God utters. I say, the manifestation of the divine names. The universe is nothing but the ocean of the manifestation of the divine names. Everything is coming to me, explaining or transferring to me that my maker has such and such and such and qualities. You can observe this, the manifestations of these qualities in the universe. The universe is here in front of you to demonstrate them to you. Right? I say, no, they have no meaning. I'm just indifferent. I'm not taking notes of it. I'm busy to get my job done. What am I doing? I am insulting the all, if you like, voices coming to me. I'm saying, I'm not going to listen to you. I've got my own telephone call or text from my friend. I'm busy. You shut up. So somebody is sent to you to deliver the message. You say, go away. I don't want to listen to you. That's the universe. That's why it is so important to establish our relationship with the universe really seriously. Seriously. We have to respond back. Otherwise, we would be saying, if we didn't, we would be saying, you are not bringing any news from anywhere. I don't care about you. I'm not listening to you. I'm not responding to you. So I'm busy with my own world. What I do, I send the whole universe into the bottom of the ocean, if you like. The example, as far as the ship is concerned, the example is concerned. Meaningless, no meaning for me. As far as I am concerned, in this way, I do deprive myself from this message. I have no message. So I have no communication with my Creator. Shall I tell you something? It may be strange. Even you memorize the Quran by heart, you have no communication with your Creator. His speech is not responded. You memorize it, but not responded. Now, like a child, for example, you say, for example, your son, Ahmed, come here. He doesn't come, he just memorizes, Ahmed, come here. Doesn't it sound ridiculous? It's not a response. It's not a conversation, right? So for me, the universe is dead because I just rejected its message to me. So what happens? God utters severe complaints about the unbelievers, threatening them awesomely in the name of the universe and all beings, and the divine names, if you like, transferred to me through their existence. So I am insulting the message. If the postman brings to you an envelope, if you don't open it and throw it, okay? The postman say, okay, I've delivered, I've done my duty, I'm going to get my salary. But whom are you insulting? The postman or the sender of the mail? So you insult the sender of the universe. So the sender of the universe says, look, I have sent you endless messengers. You turn them down altogether as if they have no message to you, or you have nothing to do with it. You rejected all my messengers. Now they have the right to complain about you. What is the right they have now? They say, okay, all the messages we received to you, divine names manifested there, you won't have it. You won't have it. So in the letter it says, I'm going to give you $1 million, and you didn't open it, you just throw it into the trash can. What happens? You don't get it. I am the one who is most compassionate. Yeah. And no compassion for you. You reject it. I am the one who is, for example, all wise, no wisdom for you. That's the, of course, black and white comparison, right? So our free will is given to us to steer the wheel of the ship of the universe to the purpose, to the destination it wants to go. It is designed to go. If you don't, your universe collapses. If your universe collapses, all the messengers in the universe, which means every single being in the universe, will complain to the Creator. You sent the message to us, but this gentleman just threw it into the dumper. So you deprive yourself. We deprive ourselves. So it seems to be my free will is nothing next to God's will, who created the universe. Or you may ignore God's will. Somebody may not really take notice of it. So my free will is almost that. Your free will is everything. As universe is there. Okay? Okay. Somebody, yeah.
I just, because we talked about this before, I just wanted to make sure that I understand correctly. It's, I mean, the threatening here and the punishment and all of that is not like, it's not like an extra punishment or for revenge or because you insulted me. It's just basically simply a deprivation of the things that you've turned down yourself.
Yeah, you deprive yourself of the, if you like, benefits or
Right.
God's grace to you. So you deprive yourself of. When I throw the check, for example, sent to me into the trash, nothing happens. I deprive myself.
Mhm.
To the sender is all right, because the sender is absolute. It doesn't need your $1 million. So, okay, that you don't really get something, so he will lose something. No, you deprive yourself. That's why the punishment is the result of our free will, usage of our free will. We have to be careful and value our free will a lot. So what am I doing? Always we have to question. Of course, this text also, if you like, insinuates that in the Quran, there's a lot of threat. If you don't believe in God, if you don't listen to the prophets and my messages, you will be given an eternal punishment, eternal torture. You will never really stand it. You can't stand this. It is unbearable. Why? What's wrong? But I didn't do anything. I'm just steering in the steering box or cabinet and doing nothing. I did nothing. The whole ship is destroyed, as far as you are concerned.
I also read it another way, in the sense that if I believe that all this is meaningless, right? He says, or the passage says, you know, you insult the whole universe and you accuse it of being worthless and denies the beings and other beings. So, for example, if I want to take over this piece of land, because it's nobody's, there's no real owner to this universe. I can do whatever I want. There's no code. There's no, you know, there's meaninglessness in everything, and so I can do whatever I want. There is that sense in that I deny other beings of their right, for example, and the second part here, this part, I believe that the threatening is not just you're depriving yourself, but you maybe even you're going to pay the consequences of such actions. And you saying that these beings or the universe is meaningless, and then you can do whatever you want, but then you are going to pay the consequences later on.
How do you pay the consequences? How do you pay it? By depriving yourself. That's what we should understand. So consequences is you won't receive the message. In the example, you won't get the check. You threw it away. So the message is coming to you in order to connect you to the Creator, so that you will educate your spirit or your soul who its Lord is. So the soul will not know his Lord. For example, if I don't learn German, can I speak German? So if I don't know how to use the knife, so if someone comes and asks me, can you cut this onion? So I start messing up. I'm not trained. That's the creation is giving me this message that if you have not educated yourself, you will be blind. The Quranic languages. Those who are blind in this world will be blind in the hereafter. What does it mean? That's the consequence of your choice. If you don't educate yourself with the message we receive through the creation, your soul or my soul will not know who its Lord is, so it will be just ignorant. Yeah. If I never do it, it will be just blind and meaningless in every sense. But some people do some a little bit here and appreciate God, etc. Again, we should understand that the punishment is not extra. Punishment is in the action,
That's
in
what I'm
my
saying.
own
If-
action.
If I steal money from somebody, I'd like to hope or believe that there will be some sort of
Yeah, to crime.
justice
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
in the hereafter.
So what are we stealing here in this world? The manifestations of God's names. It means the message. I don't appreciate the message and say it is me. When I say it's me, it's not meaningless. It's not mine. If I say this quality belongs to that one, I deprive myself of this quality, because this quality is a message for me in the creation of the objects or whatever they are created, everything. So this is a message to me to introduce my creator to me. If I say no, it has nothing to do with the creator, it belongs to itself and it will die with it, with the object itself, I deprive myself of it. The consequence is I have to carry pay for the consequence of my own choice. Okay, let's go a bit different subject, a little bit different. But somebody, yeah.
Divine knowledge is connected with our will and choice. That means divine determining corroborates the power of choice. It does not nullify it.
So, nullify it. So we know that divine knowledge doesn't nullify my choice. Are we? It causes on many occasions when we think. So if God knows, why do I do that? Or that He decides anyways? No, that's a collaboration between divine knowledge and divine determining and my free will. He knows, we discussed this, what I'm going to choose. So decision is taken place according to my exercise of free will, according to the way that I exercise my free will. Right? Is there any problem here? Question? Problem? Anything bothers you? Because we have been really studying this subject, so I'll go. If there is no question, I'll go faster. Yeah? Do we have any problem? Any question?
No,
So mostly we confuse this. Mostly, since God decided, what shall I do? So God's decision is directly related to my practice of free will. So divine knowledge collaborates with my free will. I cannot independently analyze it. Neither my free will nor God's divine determining.
And I was just a little bit confused by the word corroborate, so I looked it up. So this basically just says that divine determining confirms my choice. So
Confirms, I mean, yes, but we have to clarify it. The purpose of this sentence is slightly different. Divine determining includes in it that my free choice or my free will be free, and encompasses without the limits of time and space. It means divine knowledge means absolute knowledge, what I am going to choose by using my free will. So He knows accordingly. right? So I cannot say that, since I don't know the divine knowledge, what will happen to me tomorrow, he knows it, but I don't know. So what I have to do, I have to take care of what? Divine determining or my free will? My free will. But I know that this free will is free, so he knows according to what I'm going to choose. So if I change my mind, let's say I'm going to take this one here, but none other than there, okay? But he knows that Ali is going to say that, let me put this one. Oh, no, this one. He knows exactly what I'm going to do. So accordingly determines. But of course, we will study now. Yeah. So we will study. Okay. Would you like to ask any question?
I'm just wondering if this is similar to what you explained last week about God giving us free will and then letting us experience the consequences of that free will. So if I choose something bad, God is gonna let us experience those consequences. And this is when we sometimes get confused and think, oh, there is injustice, but it's not injustice, it's a result of free will. Like God allows us to experience. So if I choose to drink 10 coffees, this is my free will, and then I will get sick from drinking 10 coffees, and God will allow me to experience that because he gave me free will. Is this similar to that idea?
Yeah, I think I take it that God allowed me to choose this.
Yes.
So my responsibility to take care of my choice. So the result is created by God. We are going to, I think, study this now. Okay? Is it? Does God know before I use my free will? Look at it. Look, it sounds quite a reasonable question. Why I said, do we realize that this question is an oxymoron? Do we understand why is it why it is oxymoron? No, somebody doesn't. Do you understand? Yeah. Say.
Well,
Please.
when talking about God, there is no before or after.
Yeah. God means, by definition, if you say God, whether you believe or not, that's something else. But if you bring the concept of God into the discussion, what you are doing, you are talking about the creator of the universe. The creator of the universe cannot be squeezed, if you like, within the limits of the creation. So before I use means you are thinking of God within the conditions of universe. That's why it's oxymoron. But thousands of questions come from there without realizing. Can God give me anything I want? Why doesn't he? Again, then when I say God, God means the absolute one who created this universe, has put this universe into a certain order. Then I am now here to follow the order. I am the one who's going to follow the order and make decision according to my capacity of the free will. All right? So, any question? So let's go further. But this mistake I see has been done on, not exaggeration, on million other questions. This mistake is done. And people have, okay, I've seen, people have many hard life, especially when they are alone at night, when they don't have the life they want to get. They accuse God saying that, look, I am asking you to make this for me. You created the whole universe. I'm asking a single thing, a small thing. Why don't you give it? So God doesn't listen to me, etc. All wrong. I have to take care of my responsibility by obeying the order established by the Creator. And when I use my free will, the result is created by Him according to my choice. If there is something going wrong, I have not obeyed the law of the order of the universe properly. It's so simple. Take care of yourself. But do we have to get the result? I don't know. I'm not the creator. I'm just asking the creator to create this one for me by using my free will. The result, if it is negative, it means I've done something wrong. Yeah. For example, I want to be rich now. And did I do the work? Let's say no. Please, God, make me rich. What is the response from God? Have you followed my order? Yep. So simple. But for example, I was born handicapped. Yeah, God forbid. So what happens? Do I say anything to God? You created me like this. I'm not able to do this and that because of the lack of ability you didn't give me as the other people are giving. I'm not responsible for it. I'm not responsible for it. Yeah, you are not. And we discussed this a little bit. I touched upon it a little bit last week or previous weeks, that you are chosen as a witness. So you will definitely be rewarded. It is expected from the justice that we see in this universe, manifesting itself in this universe. Somebody else? But first,
So I think that what we're saying is when we want anything, as long as we follow the way to get it that's present in this world, then our sole responsibility is to seek the way to get it. And therefore, if we follow that order, we will get it.
because there are two types of divine determining, don't forget.
But
Yeah.
I mean to say that we can't have any expectations in that process in terms of actually receiving it, because that's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
My responsibility is to only seek the best way to get it, with the notion in my mind that that's the way I will get it.
Yeah.
Whether I get it or not, that expectation is not my responsibility.
That's not my responsibility. You're right.
So the expectation part is wrong, but seeking continuously is right.
Yeah, that's my job. My job is to apply. For example, we tried to do it, to make the PowerPoint work, or it didn't work. We didn't know how to do it. Yeah, and a person came. Somebody helped us to call the technician. He came and it worked. So he knew how to do it. So for any reason, I shouldn't get disappointed. I should say only, that's my job too. Try my best as far as I know, as far as my relationship with the order of the universe is concerned, and follow it. Follow the order. The result is created by God, but I know, for example, let's say one of the wires were broken in it, we didn't know, let's say, and the gentleman started to fix the program, it didn't still work because a child came and broke the wire. We didn't know. So it is not guaranteed that whatever I choose, I will definitely get. But definitely God keeps his promise. God keeps his promise. I may not know the whole order. So I have to be aware that I may not know the whole order in the universe. So I have to say, okay, if it is something within my capacity to discover, I have to try hard. If it is not something within my capacity to discover, I will have a trust in the orderer of the universe. For any reason I didn't know, I couldn't get the result, and I have to submit that I am the one who has not put this universe into this order, or the one who is subject to follow the order. As far as I follow the order of the universe, I've done my responsibility. And I will be aware who the order is, and I will enlighten myself with the message I get through the order. That is something else.
I just wanted to make a comment. So this question would be an oxymoron because we cannot speak from God's perspective.
Because, yeah. Yeah,
Because his knowledge is
absolute.
absolute, there's divine knowledge and there's divine act of creation.
Now,
And-
it cannot be really thought of within the, how do you say, within the limitations of this universe.
Right, I understand. But then to answer this question, like based on my knowledge about like what have we been studying, I would say yes.
Which one, yes?
Does God know before I use my free will? Yes. If I would say yes, because
As far as you are concerned,
yes.
you say God knows everything, but it doesn't really disqualify you for using your free will. We have to be very careful. So God knows what is going to happen before even I use my free will, and I'm not doing anything. It means I'm not exercising. If I'm not exercising my free will, if I don't exercise my free will, because God knows anyway, it means God knows that you are not going to exercise your free will because of the excuse of this misunderstanding. So this sentence is problematic because we know that what does God know before I use? It means I am really thinking of God's knowledge within the time limitations, created time limitations. This universe is invalid. Sorry, this sentence is invalid. It's invalid. So I will say the creator of this universe must have an absolute knowledge. My duty is within this universe to obey the order and follow my responsibility, giving responsibility within my free will. So simple.
Okay, I have what I think might be a more practical question,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, there is an order, and I'm going to follow it. The question now is, it's not that simple because my question personally is, well, first of all, I'm not just trying to get one thing. I'm trying to get a lot of things.
Yeah.
And how much effort and time, and since given that everything is limited, how much should I put in each of those pursuits? The other question is, there is also sort of, like, I could work hard, for example, but I could also always work harder. And there are people who would work the whole day, for example. And maybe I don't get what I want, but I don't know if I've done enough, because you say I should follow it's...
When you use your free will, what are you really pursuing through using the free will? We will come to this, but since the subject is there, what are we really pursuing? In reality, we are given the free will to interact with the creation in order to know the qualities manifested in them, get acquainted with them. So what we do, we don't really try to get acquainted with the qualities manifested in the creation. We want to have this transient, own this transient world, or the piece of the world. That's why it never ends. But when you find the manifested qualities of the absolute being in it, you don't have to get, let's say you got one orange, I have to get 10 oranges, 20 oranges. Sorry? We have to move. What time? 8:30? or-
They had it from 7:30.
But they were not here.
They
We
had it
didn't know.
reserved. He
They
showed-
have been waiting for us.
Well, I guess they're waiting for other people to come.
Yeah, they told me on a.
Okay. Today is a things. What shall we do? We have to move, eh? Can we squeeze into the small room, do you think? If it is empty? Yeah, what do you think? Or shall we say, thank you for today, which one do you prefer? Shall we carry on? Okay. Okay.